Bugatti boys. How the gon' chase this? And my wrist gon' freeze. And I'm rich low key, but I'm just 14. And my wrist gon' freeze. And I'm rich low key, but I'm just 14. My wrist gon' freeze. And my
Welcome, everyone, here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Hill. Kobe is out there with Rose. Then there's Shawn Kemp, and it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for San Antonio, LeBron James is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Brandon Roy. Then it's Walton. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor. Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Now here's Rose. Jokic trying to free himself up. And the basket by Rose.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's LeBron, following the score by Derrick Rose. Shoots from 12. And there's Walton. That's good on the assist by LeBron.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, New York's head coach and I were able to chat. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. They can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
DA, thanks for that update, guys. What can they do to prevent a barrage of points to start this game?
I think one thing they have to do is stay connected to shooters. Obviously, though, easier said than done.
Right. You don't want to give up easy looks, especially at the rim and from the three-point line.
And here's Westbrook, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. And that one, good.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Westbrook with the steal. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Russell Westbrook is an elite talent. He knows how to make tough shots.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
Rose gets a wide open look. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They have a 9-point lead. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside, Kobe. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Kobe following the bucket by the Spurs. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green. New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Ilgauskas is checked in for Walton. Pascal Siakam comes in for Green. Chris Middleton's checked in for LeBron. And it's Brown in for Brandon Roy. Westbrook dishes to Ilgauskas. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Bryant looking over the floor. Offline from the top of the key. Spurs leading by 14. Brown drives in. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Finley. Williams up on top. He's covered by Westbrook for 3. Kobe, and the Knicks miss again.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 16. Outside Williams. Fires from the line. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Spurs passing it around. Back to Westbrook. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Westbrook against Williams. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Westbrook passes to Augustus. Over Jordan. And it's Ilgauskas missing. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the San Antonio Spurs. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league.
Basketball, like passion, love.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for the Knicks, Jokic is out there with Finley. Then it's Williams. Then there's McCollum. And it's Jordan in at the 5, down low. The shot by Williams, no good.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Knicks trail by 21. Got a piece of it. It's deflected.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Shots good by Middleton.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Jokic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. If you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Jordan, the pass to Finley. Here's Williams, defended by Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Passes to Jokic. From deep three-point range. San Antonio with the rebound. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris, defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt. At 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Carr, and the dunk by Carr.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
For New York, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. New York calls timeout. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has in his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. Roy gets the bucket.
I think you can make a strong case that Draymond Green is the best passing 4 in the league. Unreal court vision.
Grant Hill on the wing. Headed by Green. Hill. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Roy. And they're moving it up. Here's LeBron. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
Free throw good, James. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Here's Walton. The kick out to Brown. That's good, and Walton with the assist. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Knicks. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And they get it, and Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Spurs. And here we go, fast break. LeBron's got it. And the dunk by LeBron.
Let's make no mistake, Draymond Green is a masterful defender. You have to love the activity.
1:36 left to play in the first half. Rose against Brown from the stripe. They get it again.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's LeBron following the basket by DeAndre Jordan.
Just fluidity that LeBron plays with, his ability to change direction on a drive so quickly, incredible.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Harris dishes to Rose. Lets a floater go, and Harris lays it up and in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
James, the pass to Brown. Kemp with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Hill leading the charge, and Walton sends it back. Rose against Brown. Jordan, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's 2-on-1. Roy from outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Roy's got 6 in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Goes up, and then Roy with the jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And here's Rose outside, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And through. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. That about wraps it up.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Brandon Roy really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Walton is out there with Green, and it's LeBron James. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Roy in at the 2. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Nick shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Stolen by Westbrook. And again, San Antonio running the court in transition. And then Roy with the jam.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now the Knicks with it. Rose passes to Kobe. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Kobe against Roy. From outside the arc. Rose, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Here's Walton. And another basket for San Antonio.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Westbrook against Rose. To the paint. Here's Bryant. A shot missing. Good D by Westbrook. Green left side. Walton the pass to LeBron. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jokic kicks to Rose. That's tipped. Stolen by Westbrook. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Westbrook leading the charge. And finished off by LeBron.
A history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Looking to end the run. And it's Rose missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And finished off by LeBron.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Rose attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And it's the size and speed of Rose that makes him so tough to defend. He gets that step. He had no option but to foul.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Ilgauskas is checked in for Walton. Pascal Siakam comes in for Draymond Green. Chris Middleton's checked in for James. And it's Carr in for Brandon Roy. And then for New York, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Kemp. Finley comes in for Hill. And it's Williams in for Bryant. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
The Knicks making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. 1:35 left to play in the third. Williams with a clean look, but they'll get another chance. And it's blocked.
Yeah, and Ilgauskas stretching out there to block shots. Superb at using that huge wingspan to come up with rejection.
Shots good by Middleton.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here's McCollum for three. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 6 points.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
The jump hook. And the Spurs scoring again.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead. And that means his teammates are delivering.
The pass to Jordan. Dishes to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, this guy is so special. On the attack on the interior, this guy is seeking contact. He doesn't want to avoid it.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Westbrook. To the middle. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
15 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Williams. And taken away by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Lays it in off the breakaway. He's got 14.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And so it's San Antonio, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Devin Harris. Robinson is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Christie, and it's McCollum in at the two-guard spot. Harris drives in. He gets it in there.
Yeah, that's just straightforward basketball from Harris. Driving to the hoop with purpose and not letting anyone, or anything for that matter, slow him down.
Back to Murray. Inside. Here's Ilgauskas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen. The first one falls. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin. And the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell. In no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
For 3, Murray, good on the three-point shot.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
Harris against Murray. Harris passes to McCollum. Back to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Harris's shot is good.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Harris inside. He's covered by Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's good from Harris. Rush, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Harris dishes to McCollum. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
This guy plays with such confidence and an ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 6 points for Tobias Harris.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Harris looking it over, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. There's the triple. That shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Shoots from the elbow. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Carr, as consistent as it gets. Just a phenomenal score, especially when he gets some room to get his shot off.
Carr against McCollum. And Walton sends it back. Here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Allen, that's good.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Walton inside. He's against Allen. It's good. For New York, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category, which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too. And what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made. And I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan, making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
McCollum against Carr. High post shot. And that one goes long. San Antonio with the ball. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Clark. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Christie. To the right side. And here's Harris from the arc. It's tipped, but he recovers it. Misses there.
Love the determination by Murray on defense, really doing his best to pester these shooters.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at
out they always want something.